streaming. I forgot to turn on the light on the camera. Oh. I think we're actually pretty well lit, so it might be okay. We are live! Hello! I am Saki.
Hello, I'm Matthew.
Welcome to Poetry Night Thursday. It is Thursday night and we're going to read some poetry. And tonight's theme is dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a broad topic. I wrote a poem about dinosaurs. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Mine's not that great, so I'll just read it first. I do have a better poem as my old poem, and it does feature dinosaur. All right. Do you have an old poem also?
I have two old poems because I like dinosaurs.
Snap. Okay, wait. Maybe you better start then, so that we can alternate.
Okay, this is based on a tritina, which is a tiny version of a sestina. So each stanza, the line ends with the same word, but there are only three of them, and then you say the whole thing at the last line.
Wait. Could you explain that again?
So every line of each stanza is going to end with a certain word, and then the next stanza is going to end with the same words but in a different order. And then the last line is by itself, and it's going to have those three words in it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that every line in the first stanza ends with the exact same word.
No.
Okay,
no.
I get it now.
But it's like a very tiny sestina.
Okay.
Dinosaurs. Goliaths died. Survivors, oh, belittled saurs. Adagio took wings that soar, on which we dine. The point is soar. Perhaps we owe an anodyne to dinosaurs.
What?
It's dinosaurs. It says dinosaurs over and over again.
Oh. Dine. Died. Oh. Soars.
So think about that next time you're eating chicken wings.
Whoa.
All that poor dinosaurs have been through.
Oh, this is really cool.
I was going to say that these are dinosaur colored, but then I remembered that I don't know what color dinosaurs are. I
mean, in all likelihood, there were probably a bunch of green ones because chlorophyll probably was green back then, and there were probably...
Wait, so you're saying they're like flamingos?
No.
They ate a bunch of plants that turned green?
No, I was going to say they were going to be camouflaged from the predators, so there were probably green ones.
That makes a lot more sense than what I thought.
All right. Oh, by the way, these are not green chartreuse cocktails. These are ginger beer cocktails from Preston's Ginger Beer. Not product placement at all, but I actually just really like this place. This is the pandan leaf flavor. It's really good. All right.
It is good.
Dang, that's a good poem. That's like as tasty as the Three Truths poem when I wrote. What was it? Birds fly, words lie, turds dry.
Yeah. I was thinking when I wrote belittled saurs with an exclamation mark, I was like, what would Saki write here? I think I'm gonna. So that's my interpretation of the line that you would come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Belittled saurs.
All right, here we go. This one's there's some little Easter eggs in here. We'll just actually, I think did I take them out? No, the one of them's slower. Okay, here we go. Dioramas in the sand, buried snapshots of the past. These demises, quite unplanned, were unwittingly made fast. Sorry, I don't know what happened to that word. Made fast. For example, an Iguanodon, caught off guard by lava flows, was for many years supposed to sport a rhino's nose, but those spikes were just his toes. A solitary sauropod was out to take a stroll when some predator attacked and made off with his skull. The skeleton discovered was really nearly full, but for lack of head, good old Marsh and Cope couldn't name the wretched soul. So if you're doing something strange, something private or deranged, do it safely, do it quickly, for you represent humanity. If your acts are misconstrued, think of facts you may occlude. In other words, when you do, be careful where you choose to poo. So this was kind of a product of me researching like true facts about the dinosaur. So like the whole thing about like Jurassic Park being like terrible at representing actual dinosaurs.
Well, they did okay.
I mean, they represented them as like cool animals, so I guess they got that part right. They're reptiles. But this actually started out as let's see, someone told me that velociraptors had acidic saliva, and I was like, that can't be true. So then I went and like Googled
because of the one that kills Newman. What is that called? I used to know them all the names of these things as a child. You know, the one that has a frill. They added the frill and they added the acid
It was
spit.
Deinonychus, right?
Probably.
Or Dinosaurus? Whatever.
Can't remember. This is what age does to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, anyway.
My childhood self is screaming somewhere inside with the correct name for that dinosaur.
Yeah, so I was researching this, and then I went to the Wikipedia article on Velociraptor, and then there was something about a really well-preserved specimen of a Protoceratops versus Velociraptor, little duel, and then there was this whole like, whoa, wait, did they actually fight, or did they just like die and then like their bodies ended up in the same spot? Maybe they were just incidentally trapped in lava together or quicksand. And then further inspection shows like the Protoceratops had its beak around the Velociraptor's hand, so it was clearly like they were fighting. Anyway, so there was a lot of forensic analysis into this fossil, and
Dilophosaurus.
Huh? What's that one?
That's the one that supposedly spit acid in Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Sorry, I just remembered.
So anyway, I was gonna write about that, like, oh, you know, maybe this was just like an interspecial couple, and they were trying to get it on, but then the lava came.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what inspired the poem. I had like this whole stanza on that, but it got too bulky, and then I wanted to include the whole thing about the Brontosaurus being not a real source, and I also wanted to include Iguanodon because that's like my favorite example of fossil mistakes. So anyway, I took out the verse that inspired the entire poem, but the Easter egg is the be careful where you choose to poo, because in Jurassic Park there's that scene where the T-Rex just like snaps up the guy on the toilet.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about, they have that scene with a giant pile of crap.
Oh, with a cell phone in there.
Stick your whole hand into it.
Yeah.
But that,
also,
not true. Dinosaurs did not make giant mounds of
Really?
of poop.
Did they just make like snake poops? Were they like rocks? Or bird
Well,
poop?
I've seen coprolites, they call them, fossilized ones. And the one I saw, I might be adjusting for childhood size. I feel like it was this big, although which is huge, but compared to the giant mound that they show in Jurassic Park, I think that's just there for comic effect, you know.
Well, I mean, who's to say? I mean, maybe. Could you imagine finding like a coprolite that was that big? You might just go like, oh, that's some limestone.
They have ways of knowing.
Oh, I don't know. If you're in a quarry and there's just like there's a big turd, like you're just probably gonna be like, huh, weird. Must be marble. Let's just chuck that one. Or, you know, the ones who make the bulkiest poops, those ones probably broke down really easily. It's probably the constipated ones that really, those were the turds that got fossilized.
So you're saying we're gonna find out that like Michelangelo's David was carved out of a dinosaur shit this whole time? We just didn't know.
Okay, that's not the that is not what I was trying to think. That is not the direction I was going in. Okay, anyway, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna skip to the short one because it also involves the exact same thing about Brontosaurus that you mentioned in yours.
Wait, is this a new one or an old one?
This is an old one, but it's really short.
Okay.
Precipitating Brontosaurus squabbles, from gastroliths sequestered in its gizzard to jumbling its unfathomable fossils. They can't decapitate the thunder lizard.
Ooh. I like that.
I don't actually even remember the reference to the gastrolith is a real controversy around brontosaurus, but I genuinely cannot remember what it was. So someone out there knows.
I think what I read was they found the whole skeleton and then the skull was missing, and both Marsh and Cope were like trying to claim like, oh, this is a new species or something, and then eventually a head turned up and it was just like the top part of it and looked like an apatosaurus head, and the mandible was missing. So one of them, probably I think it was Marsh, came up with this idea like, oh, let's just make one and then just so that they could like claim on the new publication or something, and then it ended up being like way too bulky and it was more like a brachiosaur with nostrils in the wrong spot or something like that.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know if this was the people who proposed it or if it was just a famous museum skeleton, but there was one that was just like a ceratosaurus head or something, some other big sauropod, and they just basically mix and matched it, and that was Brontosaurus.
Yeah.
But Brontosaurus is back. There's a PSA for you out there. Brontosaurus now exists again. So go look it up.
I heard that the only reason they did that is because Brontosaurus means thunder lizard, which is a lot catchier than Apatosaurus.
It is the coolest dinosaur name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the same animal they used to call Brontosaurus, but a Brontosaurus exists.
Yes.
So there you go.
I can't remember what Apatosaurus meant. It's like sham lizard or something. Like fake lizard? I don't know. It was something like really boring. Okay. Digression. I'm gonna do my second poem. So my second poem is actually the lyrics to my song Plastic Carnation. Look it up on Spotify under artist name A Stray Catalyst. Plugging myself. Anyway, there's the middle stanza, which is about dinosaurs. I think I can recite this one. I don't have it written down anywhere, so I should be okay. Let's see. Let me review it so I don't mess it up. Okay, here we go. A symbol of true love, forever to stay. Send her fake flowers that never decay. Shiny white satin, a veil for the bride. Polyester paradise for heaven's eyes. Petroleum products from dinosaur bones. Tiny toy dinos in children's homes. A reincarnation of those once alive. Break the chain, your death immortalized. Planet of plastic. What is after that? Okay, planet of plastic. A cheap imitation of all that we want but can't afford. Change we were saving but spent in attempt to have more. And then musical interlude. And then what's after that? Okay. Send her fake flowers to show your love is true. Or maybe it's to prove your love is true. Send her fake flowers to prove your love is true. Unlike a flower will never renew. Imitation carnation in its final incarnation. Just like love, it is born but never dies. Alright, that's it. Wow, I messed up my own song lyrics. It's been a while since I sang that one. Anyway, so that was not a dino-centric poem, but it was related.
Yeah, I mean, I love the image of the child's dinosaur toy that is made from an actual dinosaur.
Yeah. I mean, it was probably actually made from, like, vegetation.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But there's a little
bit of animal in there, right? Probably. Yeah. So that song was just about how, about the permanence of plastic. And there are a few little subtle hidden meanings in there, like break the chain, your death immortalized, like fractionating carbon, petroleum products, break the chain, the carbon chain.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like a daisy chain or something with the flower connection.
No, it's, fracking. And then, let's see, what else was in there that I wanted to... I don't know. That's it. I think that's all I have to say about my song lyrics. You can just... It's your turn now.
Okay. This one's slightly longer.
Ooh.
It's about Quetzalcoatlus, which, in case you learned nothing about dinosaurs since Jurassic Park came out, Quetzalcoatlus is a big old pterosaur. So think like a pterodactyl, but just really huge.
Oh, I have such a thing I wanted to say about that. When I was researching stuff for my poem, I found out that the pterosaurs were... So they're actually not more closely related to birds than the actual dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But they were like their own separate thing. And they're fuzzy. They were fuzzy.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
They're getting pretty cute.
And then the other thing that was crazy was, unlike bats that have like the dragon wings where like each finger is like a spine on the wing and then it's got membrane between all of them, they just had like one really long finger. I guess I didn't pay much attention to the pictures in the dinosaur books when I was a kid, but yeah, they just have one webbing and it attaches to their ankles apparently like a flying squirrel. That's so cute.
It is.
So cute.
It's adorable.
Okay, sorry. Interruption.
Okay, this is filled with references to, like, the locations where these various animals were discovered and stuff, so I'm not going to remember what that means, but someone out there is going to pick up on it, I'm sure. Quetzalcoatlus, archaehistoric syndicate of Stygian imperators, the Jordan-born Maastrichtian presidium of pterosaurs, left imprimaturs stamped in stone, thoracic bones through ziggurat stratigraphy bespattered, sewn in catacombs of living rock. No storyteller's basilisk is adequate memorial, primordially lacking in recalcitrance corporeal. No bowdlerized anastrophe or calumnies mythologize, turns fossilized realities from paths of geologic time. Yeah.
That was thick.
Yeah.
That was a thick poem. Ooh.
That's kind of how I felt as a child, was like, who needs mythological creatures? Because you have dinosaurs.
Is this the thing where every line is a assonance palindrome?
It's one of those with the zigzag assonances, so
yeah.
it's like...
Or not a palindrome,
weak pickup
yeah.
syllable, then a trio of assonances, and then there's two of those on a line, and then the next line they switch, and they switch back.
That sounds really good. I like how it sounds when it's read, and you're like, it's like, it's echoing, but it's like, oh, sorry, cat hair. It's hard to follow the form, like, when you're doing it live, but I really like that effect. It just, like, it almost sounds like you're just speaking, but it, because, you know, when you read, like, couplets, it's like, oh, these are rhymey rhymes, and it's really, like, kind of almost cheesy. But then when you do it like this, it's like just an echo of the previous line, and you're like, is it rhyming or is it not? It's really cool.
Well, thank you. I was trying to go for something like that, like the illusion that natural language and meter and rhyme can, like, all be somehow the same thing. Mm-hmm. Although it's not that natural language because it's filled with complicated words, but that's just because I like those words.
That's just how Matthew talks. Okay. Nice. Oh, that one's just so good. I like the image of, like, veins of animals in the rocks. That's so...
yeah.
That's so cool.
I think it might be a reference to Hell's Creek, because I said Stygian there, so somebody out there is going to be very angry with me. There's a famous thing in the middle of America with just packed.
Oh, the
full
thing
of
in
dinosaurs.
Wyoming and Colorado?
I don't know. Sorry.
We're
like right at the limits of my meager
like
dinosaur
Wilson's
knowledge.
Creek or something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about because I was looking at this very Wikipedia article when I was looking at the brontosaurus stuff. So let's see. Oh, the Velociraptor with Protoceratops has its own Wikipedia article called "Fighting Dinosaurs." The Fighting Dinosaurs is a famous and scientifically important fossil specimen. Blah. Okay. Oh, it's from Mongolia. I did not remember that.
Is that what the video game Rage was about?
Oh, it's someone at your door. I thought. I have
Fighting
no
dinosaurs?
idea.
It's a rage joke for all you people out there.
Oh, okay. Let's see. History. It was from
Primal
The
Rage.
Morrison
I can't even get the
Foundation.
name of the video game right.
the Morrison Formation, rocks at Como Bluff, Wyoming. I got none of those things right. All right. I guess that concludes our poetry reading. Any last comments before the asteroid strikes us? And
I feel like the new Jurassic Park movies have really let us down. I'd just like to
That was a
close with
tangent.
that.
I feel like the first one let me down.
Come on.
No,
Come
the
on.
toilet scene was decent though. All right.
Hard
You want to pick a
disagree.
topic for next week?
Not off the top of my head, but sure.
Okay. All right. We'll just come up with a.
Yeah, see, the people on the stream have no idea whether we're committing to this ahead of
Yeah,
time.
that's what I was. That's exactly why I wanted to pick it like right now. Wow, I have gym hair. Just came back from a workout. Okay. Hey, guess what? Views 1.
Okay.
Exactly one person's watching us. So, hey Kenneth, would you like to pick us a poetry topic for this week? You're wearing a Bio-Nano shirt.
Oh yeah.
Hi, you still work there?
I guess I do. Yeah. Chili peppers.
Not the red hot type.
Good topic.
Okay, chili peppers. Next week we will present some spicy poetry for you. All right. See you next Thursday at 7 p.m.